What's up, Flesh and Blood community? It's your boy Sin here, and I've just come to the conclusion that I need to stop going to the grocery store during any point in time, because every time I seem to just walk outside my front door thinking it's a normal day, Legend Story Studios decides to just come out of nowhere and say, hey, here's a huge announcement. So we knew this was already coming, and I know you guys probably have a lot of questions. First of which is, Sin, what happened to the beard? Don't fight. Don't ask. Secondly, when will the beard grow back? Don't ask about that either. It'll be back when it's back. Third, we have, Round the Table. What is it? Well, we now know what Round the Table is. We now know what the Tolarian Community College's the professor, we now know what his collaboration product with Legend Story Studios is for Flesh and Blood. And here we are at Round the Table. And I'm going to briefly read over this because there's a lot we need to go through, but there is a lot that is important about this. So this is a 4-deck UPF product that is designed to get people to just sit down and play socially, casually, and with all that kind of stuff. So, I'm a big, I love casual play in trading card games. I also love my competitive play. So, I'm really excited, though, that we have this casual product that's kind of an all-in-one package. You could sit down, teach your friends how to play Flesh and Blood, and kind of like attack it like that. I'm very excited to just kind of show this off. I mean, we have the professor, and he is one of the heroes. The Tolarian Community College professor is one of the heroes in this product. He basically says, and let's like zoom in here a little bit here so we can read these cards and go over them. We have Professor Teklovasen. He's a 4 intellect, 20 life hero. Evos cost 1 less to play for each opposing hero you have. So in this case, at the start of the game, your Evos are going to cost 0 because you have three other opposing heroes. And we're I suspect that we're kind of getting a little bit of a preview of what the Evos kind of do here. And you may play them from your Banish Zone. So you have Evo Telescope. If you have this one lets your Teklo Blaster attacks target any hero. Evo Energy Matrix, your Teklo Blaster costs 1 less to activate for each opposing hero. And the Evo Scatter Shot, your Teklo Blaster gets +1 for each opposing hero. Evo Rapid Fire, your Teklo Blaster gets Go Again. Then we have these two cards here, which I think it's possible we might actually just see these cards as cards in Bright Lights whenever it comes out. I think these might be like they might be printed in this specific product, but I could totally see these potentially showing up in Bright Lights as actual cards. So you have Apocalypse Automaton, which is a red 3-cost, attacks for 6, blocks for 3. You play this only if you have 1 or more Evos equipped, and it says Evo upgrade. This attacks up to X target opposing heroes, where X is the number of Evos you have equipped. Okay, so it's a little more driven. But this one, Mechanical Strength, is a 3-cost 5 for 3 with Evo upgrade. This gets +X, where X is the number of Evos you have equipped. So the maximum it can get, I think, is like 4. So this could potentially be a 9 for 3, which is really good, and kind of cool. Kind of excited to see how that plays. Up next, we have Melody Singalong. Melody is a Bard hero. We have a new non-promo Bard. Suck it, Yorick. Melody is the new spice. We got Melody Singalong. She is a 4 intellect, 20 life hero. Whenever you play a song, create copper tokens equal to the number of heroes in the game. Comes with her weapon, Jinglewood Smash Hit. And as a musician, I love this card. I love this weapon solely because when you attack with it, it destroys it. So you can just imagine her like rolling up and just like trying to hit someone with her fiddle. And it would break the fiddle, but it attacks for 2. You pay 3. Target opposing hero chooses and creates a Might, Quicken, or Vigor token. Then you create a Copper token. Or you could do the attack. When this hits, destroy it. So it's a multifunctional weapon, which is, I think, the first multifunctional weapon in the game. A weapon that has 2 separate abilities that can be activated individually of each other. Maybe Riptide's Driftwood lets you do that. Or Barbed Castaway. I can't remember specifically. Song of Jack Be Quick. You create a Quicken token. Song of Sweet Nectar. Each hero gains 1 life. And the art on these is incredible, honestly. Like, the art on these song cards is fantastic. So then you have Song of Rose and Matador, Vigor token, Song of Shining Knight, Might token, Song of Wandering Mind. Each other hero draws a card. Song of Yesteryears. Each other hero puts an attack action card from their graveyard on the bottom of their deck. All of these are Bard actions. Can only be played with Bard. Then we have Interlude. Interlude says you choose a hero. The next time they would be dealt damage this turn, prevent 3 of that damage. If you prevent damage to another hero this way, create a Copper token. Final Act actually looks like it could be interesting. Not quite sure how this would work, but when this attacks, it gets +X, where X is twice the number of cards in all pitch zones. Return a Bard attack action card from your graveyard to your hand. So she looks really cool. She looks interesting. We're gonna actually have some form of a Bard deck, which is really, really cool to me. So I'm very excited to see how that plays out. Then we have the new Guardian for Blitz. Brevent, Civic Protector. He's inspired by one of the most common house rule variants we've seen out there in the UPF community, being able to defend other players. Brevent, Civic Protector. You may have any number of chivalry in your deck. Whenever you protect another hero, create a Might token. Hammer of Havenhold. 3 cost attack for 3. If you have chivalry in your pitch zone, this gets +1. So it's a 3 for 4. If you have that, and goes that route. Then you have Bastion of Duty with Protect. You may defend any hero attacked by an opponent with this. So you can use your shield. With this new Protect mechanic, you can use this shield specifically to defend another player, which I think is really, really neat. Whenever this defends another whenever this defends, another target hero draws a card. So it's kind of like a group hug with Temper. I'm gonna say it. I could see Guardians just running this headpiece in Blitz to begin with. If you don't have Crown of Providence, like, it's kind of like a good option. You just kind of slot it out of this and put it into Bravo, and there you go. You got a 2-block Temper helmet. But yeah, no, Guardian's got full on Guardian has full on like Temper equipment now. Like, this boy's got the fridge. This boy has the entire fridge. And then we have Lay Down the Law, which is a 3-cost 7 for 3. If this has 13 or more attack, non-equipment cards get -1 while defending it. I can see this getting a little ugly. Lay Down the Law. And those are all of the cards that were shown for Brevent. I'm sure there might be some more. There might be some brand new stuff in there. We don't know yet. We'll have to see. But we have, the Civic armor set, Civic Steps, Civic Guide, Civic Duty, Civic Peak, Honda Civic, and then they're bringing Ira back. It's very simple. They're bringing Ira back, but with this Ira deck, we're getting a new suite of equipment. Mask of Three Tails, instant destroy this draw card, activate this ability only if you've hit 3 or more times this combat chain. This is kind of like a budget Mask of Momentum, which I think is pretty cool. Pouncing Paws, destroy this, create a Crouching Tiger in your banish zone. You may play it this turn. Mauling Chi. When this hits, if Crouching Tiger was the last attack this combat chain, deal 1 damage to each opponent. This looks really cool. A 1 for 5 block 3 and Ninja as a combat chain ender that has potential to deal an extra 1 to begin with is pretty good. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Growl. When this attacks, the next Crouching Tiger you play this combat chain gets +1. That's just Ira. Like, then we have red Bittering Thorns. Red Bittering Thorns. When this hits, your next attack this turn gets +1. So it's a 1 for, basically a 1 for 4 with a +1 on the next attack, which would be a +2 with Ira. So then you could like Bittering Thorns. If it hits, then this comes in for 5. Growl then becomes 5 go again for 0. I could just see this being super gross. Some of the, like these new cards that I'm looking at for Ninja right now, they're pretty gross. So Ira just keeps winning. Honestly, Ninja players don't really win anywhere else, but they win when it comes to Blitz and Ira. So don't know what to say there, guys. Here, Ira just got buffed even more. Then there's a bunch of stuff here about how you know, how Bright Lights is going to be integrated into kind of this whole thing, in the sense of Bright Lights allowing us to do the crack shuffle play, where you take 3 packs, crack them, mash them together, and you go about your business. Social play kits. So with the release of Roundtable, they're excited to announce the first dedicated Flesh and Blood social play kit available to local game stores who run regular social play events in their store. So if you have a store and that store is doing this social play, aka like UPF or just like casual nights, right? You guys can get this kit, which appears to have like you know, just various little goodies. Looks like the Bard equipment, probably a melody mat. We got the melody poster here, and that's pretty much it for this, guys. Like this releases Friday, September 29th, 2023. This is a 4-player product, so like think of it almost if you're from Magic, like Commander. It's a really good entry point to get into the game of Flesh and Blood and really learn how to like just play the ins and outs, as well as just picking this up if you're an experienced player, to just have like something on tap for game night with friends. You just bring it out, you play it, you guys go on a little adventure, you know, doing the whole thing. Yeah, 4 pre-constructed decks, each have 40 cards and Rainbow Foil Hero, 1 weapon, 4 equipment and token cards, cold foil weapons for the Professor, Melody, and Brevent, 1 playmat. There's a playmat that comes with this, and it's all packaged inside a reusable storage box, which we all kind of saw a little bit of at US Nationals, and it's designed for UPF. There's a little thing here that I want to kind of like go over real quick. Yeah, so it's designed for UPF, but the cards are also legal in other formats. So if something, I suspect if anything is to become quote unquote a problem card, in the sense of we have like another glistening steel blade situation, it's going to probably be a Guardian card that Brevent has. But just from what I'm looking at, it seems like a lot of these cards, while they're good cards, the only cards I could see maybe being played in other decks would be maybe like equipment pieces. It's very like Bard, you're not really going to be able to pull anything from Bard to throw into another deck. Mechanologist, maybe, depending on what happens with Bright Lights and how much of like maybe the equipment's relevant. So I'm not like too worried that there's going to be like a glistening steel blade situation. We'll just have to see the product and see what cards are in the product to kind of see how things go. So with that being said, guys, that's it. This is the Flesh and Blood TCC, Tolarian Community College Roundtable product, and I'm pretty excited for it. I'll probably pick it up for myself. That way, like when I do game night with like friends just hanging out at home, I'm able to just break this out and say, hey, do you guys want to learn how to play Flesh and Blood? Or like, hey, do you guys want to just like play this and do something fun with it? And that's that. This is a really great looking product. I'm very excited for it. If you guys like the video, me just rambling off about this, kind of summarizing everything, be sure to like, subscribe, do the whole deal. Myself, I will be at SCG Con Columbus this weekend. I will be playing in the Battle Hardened on Saturday. So if you see me out there, feel free to come up, say hey. I'm looking forward to seeing all the friends. It's been a while since I've been out there and actually playing competitively. So I'm very excited to be back, very excited to be making some content and, you know, kind of keeping the good times rolling here, guys. So thank you all and have a great day. Sin out.